Hello there, fellow folks. Welcome back to the channel, and welcome back for the What If series, as we're talking about Elvis Presley. For this video, we are aware when Elvis' success continues, but what if Elvis never got drafted? Why did you say that? Hang on, y'all. Let me explain what would it be. What if he didn't get drafted to the army? What would Elvis' life would be? Would Elvis would continue into his rock and roll phase? Who knows? But this story is a tour where Elvis promotes his recent film, King Creole, and go on tour to support it. Also, would Colonel shifts Elvis' schedule to tour overseas? Well, that will be here for this video. Let's explore what if it would happen. Well, this would set in the year of 1958, where Elvis never got drafted in March of 1958 that year. At that time, Elvis is about to release his recent film, that would be King Creole. Of course, came a global success and one of Elvis' best performances. Why not Elvis takes it on the road like he did on his previous film, Jailhouse Rock? Of course, Elvis has been dominating in the charts hit after hit. Then by late August to early September, the promotion for the King Creole tour is ready to commence. When the film came out in July, there was some speculated rumors that Presley heads off to his very first world tour overseas in 1958. But that rumor was denied at Elvis' first show live at Memphis. But in late July, Colonel booked shows and told Elvis he would be heading overseas in 1959, but the public said 58. Then in Elvis' one of New York shows, he announced it himself, said he's heading overseas in April to June of next year. That'll be in 1959. Then near the end of the tour, Elvis did a press conference for his upcoming international leg. Elvis is excited and ecstatic. He cannot believe it. He's heading to their shores. Then in April of 59, the following year, Elvis has arrived to the UK. The first thing he did a press conference in London. 3 days before heading to his first show at Manchester, then London for 8 shows. Then moved to Japan, then to the final date, the final stop will be in Australia. Then near the end of the tour, Elvis did a press conference in Sydney on May 24th, 1959. And Elvis was surprised by the crowds across the UK, Japan, and Sydney so far. At this point, he didn't play Brisbane and Melbourne yet. One reporter asked him, "Is there any new music in the pipeline?" And he said, "I actually have dozens of songs, were recorded but don't know when I'll release those." Then someone asked from the crowd, says, "What's the future for the king of rock and roll?" Elvis doesn't know the answer, but his simple answer may be touring back here, a collaboration, another film, another album, who knows. Then he continues to tour across Brisbane and Melbourne. Then, days after the worldwide tour in 59, Elvis is back to the United States. And he did a press conference at Graceland, and he decided to take a break for a couple months, from June 59 to March of 1960. Then, he will be recording his next album, and that will be Elvis is Back. Now let's move on to the tour dates and setlist for the 1958 and 59 tours. So, in the 1958 tour, we kick off at Memphis from September 8th, 9th, 12th, 13th, 14th, and 17th. Then Los Angeles, September 20th, in the afternoon and evening shows. Then 21st, 24th, 25th, and finally 27th in the afternoon and the evening shows. Then we have San Diego, October 1st, 2nd, 5th, 7th, and 8th. Then Las Vegas, October 10th. Atlantic City, October 11th. Philadelphia, October 15th. New York, October 17th, 19th, 20th, 22nd, 24th, 25th, 27th, 29th, 30th, and November 2nd. Then Vancouver, November 5th and 6th. Toronto, November 8th and 9th. And finally, Dallas, Texas, November 12th. Then the worldwide tour in 1959 will be kicking off at Manchester on April 23rd. Then London, April 25th, 26th, 29th, 30th, May 1st, 3rd, 4th, and 6th. Then Osaka, May 10th. Tokyo, May 12th, 15th, and 17th. Then Sydney, May 20th, 22nd, and 25th. Then Brisbane, May 27th. And finally Melbourne, May 30th, June 2nd, and June 5th. So here's the set list for the King Creole tour. So we kick off with Heartbreak Hotel, I Got a Woman, Love Me, Long Tail Sally, Too Much, I Forgot to Remember to Forgot, All Shook Up, Blue Suede Shoes, Mean Woman Blues, Baby Let's Play House, Jailhouse Rock, Love Me Tender, Don't Ask Me Why, I Need You So, Don't Be Cruel, One Night, King Creole, Trouble, and Hound Dog. Then we move on to the worldwide tour with My Baby Left Me, with the intro from Trouble, A Fool Such As I, Love Me, All Shook Up, Don't, I Got a Woman, Love Me Tender, When It Rains It Really Pours, Jailhouse Rock, One Night, Heartbreak Hotel, Blue Suede Shoes, Teddy Bear Don't Be Cruel, Baby Let's Play House, and finally, Hound Dog. I wish Elvis is still alive today, and he would love to hear new music from other artists and can be inspiration for his music, maybe. I'm not sure. I wish he'd kick back and just make the music that he wants in between from 1978 to now. I can imagine audiences from different generations would love to see the King of Rock and Roll in the flesh. Anyway, that is it on What If of Elvis. Comment, like, and subscribe. If y'all haven't subscribed to me yet, please do so. And hit the notification bell and don't miss any single video I'll be releasing. So take care of yourselves, stay safe, see ya later.